What's up, y'all? It's Mir. I'm back with another video, and in today's vid, I'm going to be talking about one big thing that is the hardest thing to remember when you get to college. And I made a video about college before. I know college is something that a lot of you guys are either going to, about to go to, or are going through right now. And a lot of people, they have issues with what they should do when they get to college. And the issue that they have is the problem that I'm about to talk about. And that problem is just having the ability to have so much free time. Having the ability to do whatever you want to do. And people struggle with this because throughout their life, when you're a kid, you're in extracurricular activities, you're in school, obviously. You from school from 9 to 5 or 8 to 3. Or you've got something to do after school, right? Either after school program, sport, something. You're hanging out with friends, you're doing something. But for the most part, your day is usually occupied. And it's occupied with sports, occupied with just extracurricular activity. You gotta do your homework, watch a little bit of TV, hang out with the fam, and then go to sleep and redo it again. Once you get to college, you're gonna realize that you're going to have 2 or 3 classes max a day. Usually for your average person, you're going to have 2 to 3 classes per day. And you're not going to have to do as much as you did in high school when it comes to work. So what do you do with that free time? Do you find hobbies? Do you do things that are good for you? Or do you do things that aren't good for you? And that's dealing with a whole bunch of different people that's smoking, that's drinking, that's partying. How do you combat the fact that now I can do whatever I want because I have these 4 years, I have these 6 years, or I have these couple of years where I can just do whatever I want? Will you sabotage yourself because you feel like you never had this opportunity? Or will you make the best of it and allow yourself to be busy? And when I first came to school, it was very interesting to me how I've had so much time and I could do whatever I want. And for a long time, it was just straight partying. It was just straight kicking it. And I still party, I still kick it, I still have fun. But I also do things that I know is good for me. I also go through and do different activities that I wouldn't did in high school. So for example, in my freshman and sophomore year, I'm not a big football guy, so I didn't really watch football. So I never really went to a football game. Reason why? I didn't care for it. So I never experienced that college football game my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, to be honest. And those Saturdays at those football games, it was big in my college town. I sat at home and I just overslept. I just laid in the bed, did nothing, probably got something to eat, chilled, and really just did nothing. Destroying myself mentally and physically by not exercising, by not going out and doing something with myself. Why? Just because it's out of my comfort zone. I didn't do it in high school, so why would I do it now? And what I've noticed and what I've realized is that in college, you have the ability to pick up on different hobbies that you didn't do in high school. And with that ability, you need to pursue it. You need to do the things that you didn't do before. Why? Because now you have the opportunity to do whatever you want to do. I just started going to football games recently this year, and I realized that it's something I actually like. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but it's something that I'm cool with doing. So go ahead and do it a little bit. Go ahead and go out and go to different activities that you wouldn't go to, and don't be focused on the bad things or the crazy things. The biggest thing in college is you want to focus on your schoolwork. You want to make sure that you're doing your schoolwork, yes. But when you're not doing schoolwork, you need to make sure that you're also doing something that can help benefit your life. So if that's working on something that you want to do with your life later on after school, that's a good thing. If you want to start networking and meeting different people that can help you in life, that's a good thing. If you want to just make friends, it's a good thing. Learn social skills. Develop your social skills more and more. Because in this world, to be somebody, you have to know people. You have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to talk to people. You have to be able to know how to be a good person to people or be a person that people like. And the only way to do that is to get experience with it. But one thing that you can't do is you can't grow from anything from just drinking and partying and smoking all weekend, every weekend. You want to make sure that you're not just doing that every weekend because you can. Because eventually, in the grand scheme of things, you're going to get addicted, one, and you're not going to know what to do when college is over. And yes, you can have as much free time as you want after college. The 9 to 5 is not something that you have to do. I don't want people to believe that 9 to 5 is for everybody, because 9 to 5 is not something that everybody will have to do, and I don't plan on doing that. I won't be doing that for a long time in my life, maybe a couple of years, but after a while, the 9 to 5 life will not be for me. But I still have the ability now to do other things and learn what I need to do and know what I need to do, because in college I didn't just party every weekend. I did things that could actually help me, and I actually developed some different character traits within myself because that was something I focused on. I knew that it was important not to just focus strictly on what? Strictly on partying and having fun with my free time. I understood that it was important for me to develop myself, learn new skills, go to different things that I didn't like before, because that's what's most important. You want to make sure that you're always developing, and you can never develop as much as you need to when you're super duper distracted with other things that don't really matter. So make sure when you get to college, if I got one tip for you, is to don't get comfortable with how much free time you have. Make sure you keep yourself busy. Do some things that can help you and uplift you. And while you're having fun and you're doing all the different things you couldn't do in high school, make sure that you're not making it a detriment to your life, because in the end, and by the time you get 7-8 years out of high school or out of college, you realize the reason why I am where I am is because I did all these things when I first had my first bit of freedom. Thank y'all for watching. That's just from my eyes to yours. See y'all in the next one. Peace.